My beloved child, before you do anything else, slow down for a moment and listen carefully. There is a reason you found this message today. Out of all the videos you could have seen, out of all the voices you could have heard, you arrived here. That is not something to ignore. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is someone whose thoughts keep returning to you in ways you cannot imagine. Even when they try to focus on their daily life, even when they attempt to distract themselves, your presence continues to appear in their mind. What makes this surprising is not that they think about you. What makes it surprising is how deeply those thoughts have changed. You may believe you know what they feel. You may think you understand what they would say if they were asked about you right now. But what if you are completely wrong? What if the thoughts they carry today are very different from the thoughts they carried yesterday? What if something inside them has shifted in a way they never expected? Don't skip. Stay with me because the next few moments may reveal something you have never considered before. There was a time when this person saw only a small part of your story. They noticed certain things about you, but they did not see the full picture. They saw moments. They saw fragments. They saw pieces. Yet recently, something happened. It was not loud. It was not dramatic. It was not announced. It was quiet. And sometimes the quiet moments change everything. Without realizing it, they began connecting the pieces. They remembered conversations. They remembered your kindness. They remembered your strength during difficult moments. They remembered the way you kept moving forward when others would have given up. They remembered details that seemed ordinary at the time but now appear extraordinary. The surprising truth is that they have started seeing you through a completely different lens. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. What they think about most is not what you look like. It is not what you own. It is not what others say about you. The thought that keeps returning to them is much deeper than that. They think about your heart. They think about the way you continue caring even after disappointment. They think about how you remain hopeful even when life becomes complicated. They think about how you carry dreams that refuse to disappear. They think about how you continue showing up, even on days when nobody notices your effort. And every time they think about these things, one question appears in their mind. Have I underestimated this person? That question keeps growing. The more they think about you, the more they realize there is far more to your story than they once believed. They are beginning to understand that your greatest qualities were never the obvious ones. Your greatest qualities were hidden beneath the surface, waiting to be discovered. Stay till the end. Because what comes next is where everything becomes even more interesting. Recently, they found themselves comparing other people to you. Not intentionally. Not because they planned to. It simply happened. They noticed conversations that felt empty compared to conversations with you. They noticed moments that lacked meaning compared to moments they shared with you. They noticed that certain qualities they admired elsewhere already existed within you. And this realization surprised them more than anyone else. The truth is that people often recognize value only after they slow down long enough to see it. Sometimes what is truly special becomes invisible because it has been present for so long. But once that value becomes clear, it is impossible to ignore. That is exactly what is happening. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. There are moments when this person sits quietly and wonders what your future looks like. They wonder where you will be a year from now. They wonder what goals you will achieve. They wonder what dreams you will bring to life. They wonder how many people will eventually realize what they are beginning to realize now. And every time those thoughts appear, they feel something unexpected. Pride. Not because they created your success. Not because they control your journey. But because they believe you are capable of far more than you currently see in yourself. Imagine that for a moment. Someone's thoughts about you are not centered on your mistakes. They are not focused on your failures. They are not trapped in old misunderstandings. Instead, they are focused on your potential. That is one of the most powerful thoughts a person can have about another human being. Stay till the end because there is still something even more surprising waiting ahead. What truly catches them off guard is the feeling they experience whenever your name enters their mind. At first they could not explain it. They tried to ignore it. They tried to move past it. But the feeling remained. It is a feeling of comfort. A feeling of familiarity. A feeling that certain connections are rare and should never be taken for granted. And that realization continues growing stronger. The more they think about you, the less they focus on what is missing and the more they focus on what makes you unique. The more they think about you, the more they recognize qualities that cannot be copied. The more they think about you, the more they realize that some people leave impressions that last far longer than expected. You are one of those people. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because in the next part, we are going to uncover the exact thought that keeps returning to them again and again, the one thought they cannot seem to forget, the thought that changed everything, and the reason their perspective on you may never be the same again. A remarkable realization is beginning to take shape, and this is the part most people never expect. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The thought that keeps returning to your soulmate's mind is not a simple thought. It is not something that appeared once and disappeared. It is a thought that continues growing stronger every single time they remember you. The surprising thought is this: you are not who I thought you were. At first, that statement may sound ordinary. But listen carefully, because it carries a meaning far deeper than it appears. They once believed they understood you completely. They thought they had already figured out your story. They thought they knew your strengths, your weaknesses, your dreams, and your future. Then something changed. The more they reflected on you, the more they realized that every assumption they made was only scratching the surface. They discovered layers of your character they never noticed before. They discovered courage hidden beneath your quiet moments. They discovered determination hidden behind your patience. They discovered wisdom hidden inside experiences that most people would overlook. And suddenly, they found themselves looking at you in a completely different way. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What surprises them most is how often they find themselves replaying certain memories. Not because those memories were dramatic. Not because those moments were perfect. But because those moments now carry a meaning they failed to see before. A conversation they once considered ordinary now feels unforgettable. A small gesture they barely noticed now feels important. A moment that lasted only a few seconds now remains in their thoughts for hours. And every time those memories return, they leave behind the same feeling. Appreciation. The kind of appreciation that grows stronger with time. The kind of appreciation that appears when someone finally recognizes the true value of another person. This realization has become impossible for them to ignore. Don't skip. Because the next revelation is even more surprising. There are times when they wonder how different things might have been if they had understood you sooner. Think about that. Out of all the thoughts they could have, they keep returning to that question. Not because they regret the past. Not because they want to change everything. But because they now see certain things with greater clarity. Sometimes life reveals the importance of a person slowly. Sometimes understanding arrives later than expected. And when it does, it changes everything. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is another thought they rarely share with anyone. A thought that appears during quiet moments. A thought that arrives unexpectedly. A thought that catches even them by surprise. They wonder what incredible things are still ahead for you. Not what has already happened. Not what you have already accomplished. What is still coming. They feel that your story is far from finished. They feel that some of your most meaningful moments have not happened yet. They feel that you are standing closer to a breakthrough than you realize. And somehow, that belief keeps growing stronger. Imagine someone thinking about your future with that level of confidence. Imagine someone believing in possibilities you have not yet seen. That is one of the thoughts that continues returning to them. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Another surprising detail has started appearing in their thoughts. Whenever they hear people talking about loyalty, kindness, resilience, and authenticity, your name quietly enters their mind. Not because anyone mentioned you. Not because they planned it. It simply happens. Your presence has become connected to qualities they genuinely admire. That connection has become automatic. And the more it happens, the stronger their appreciation becomes. This is why their thoughts about you may surprise you. Because they are no longer thinking about who you were. They are thinking about who you truly are. And those are two very different things. The version they once imagined has faded away. The real version of you has taken its place. And they find that version far more impressive. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because there is one final thought that continues appearing above all others. It arrives unexpectedly. It stays longer than any other thought. And it leaves the strongest impression. That thought is simple. Some people enter your life and leave a mark that never fades. Every time they think about you, that feeling grows. Not because of one event. Not because of one memory. But because of countless small moments that quietly built something meaningful over time. And whether they fully understand it yet or not, that realization continues becoming stronger. You have become unforgettable in ways you never intended. You have influenced their thoughts in ways you never expected. And the deeper they reflect, the more they recognize that truth. So don't go anywhere. Stay till the end of this journey. Because in the next part, we uncover the hidden reason your soulmate feels an unusual connection whenever they think about you, the reason that keeps pulling their thoughts back to your name again and again, even when they least expect it. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. An extraordinary truth is about to unfold, and this may be the most surprising part of the entire journey so far. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a reason your soulmate's thoughts keep returning to you. It is not coincidence. It is not habit. And it is not something they can easily explain. The more they think about it, the more they realize that certain people leave impressions that grow stronger with time instead of weaker. Most memories fade. Most connections become distant. Most thoughts disappear. But somehow, thoughts about you continue doing the opposite. They become clearer. Stronger. More meaningful. And that realization has captured their attention. Don't skip. Because what they discovered next surprised even them. One day, while reflecting on different people they had met throughout life, they noticed something unusual. Many faces came and went. Many names appeared and disappeared. Many memories arrived briefly before fading away. But your presence remained. Not only remained. It stood out. Like a light that refused to dim. Like a story that refused to end. Like a chapter that still had more to reveal. And for the first time, they asked themselves a question they had never considered before. Why does this person stay in my thoughts? The answer did not arrive immediately. But once it began appearing, everything changed. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The answer was hidden in something very simple. Authenticity. In a world where many people try to become what others expect, you remained yourself. You carried your own voice. Your own perspective. Your own energy. Your own way of seeing the world. And while others blended into the background, that authenticity made you unforgettable. Your soulmate has started realizing that genuine people are rare. People who stay true to themselves are rare. People who carry kindness without expecting applause are rare. People who continue growing without losing who they are rare. And every time they think about those qualities, your name quietly enters their thoughts. Don't skip. Because there is another revelation coming. Something they rarely admit, even to themselves. Sometimes they imagine conversations that have not happened yet. Not because they are trying to predict the future. But because certain thoughts naturally lead them there. They imagine sharing ideas with you. They imagine hearing your perspective. They imagine discovering new things about you. And every time they imagine those moments, they feel curious. That curiosity keeps growing. Because they have realized there is still so much about you they want to understand. Think about that for a moment. In a world filled with endless distractions, someone continues feeling curious about your story. That is powerful. That is meaningful. And that is one reason their thoughts about you keep returning. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. But here comes the revelation that may surprise you most. Your soulmate has started seeing you as someone who inspires growth. Not through grand speeches. Not through dramatic moments. But through your example. Your resilience inspires them. Your determination inspires them. Your willingness to keep moving forward inspires them. Even when you think nobody notices. Even when you believe your efforts are invisible. Someone notices. Someone remembers. Someone is inspired. And that realization has become impossible for them to ignore. The more they reflect on your journey, the more they recognize qualities they admire. Qualities that cannot be purchased. Qualities that cannot be borrowed. Qualities that come only from experience, character, and heart. That recognition continues growing stronger every day. Don't skip. Because the biggest revelation is still ahead. There are moments when your soulmate wonders whether you truly understand your own value. And every time that question appears, they arrive at the same conclusion. Probably not. Because if you saw yourself the way they are beginning to see you, you might be amazed. You might finally recognize strengths you overlook. You might finally appreciate qualities you take for granted. You might finally understand the impact you have on people around you. That realization fills their thoughts more often than you know. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Now listen carefully. Because this is where everything connects. The reason your soulmate's thoughts about you might surprise you is simple. They are no longer focused on what is obvious. They are focused on what is extraordinary. The qualities hidden beneath the surface. The strengths revealed through challenges. The kindness revealed through actions. The character revealed through consistency. And the more they focus on those things, the more remarkable you become in their eyes. This is not a passing thought. This is not a temporary feeling. This is a growing realization. A realization that keeps returning. Again and again. Every single time your name enters their mind. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because in the next part, we uncover the one realization that completely changed the way your soulmate views your connection, the realization that made them stop, reflect, and see you in a way they never had before. A hidden realization has been quietly growing in your soulmate's heart, and this is the moment where everything begins to make sense. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. For a long time, your soulmate believed that meaningful connections were easy to identify. They believed important people would always stand out immediately. They believed life would clearly reveal who mattered most. But experience taught them something different. That is exactly what happened when they started thinking about you. At first, it was only a passing thought. Then it became a recurring thought. Then it became a realization they could no longer ignore. And that realization changed everything. Don't skip. Because what happened next is remarkable. One day, while reflecting on different chapters of their life, they noticed something unusual. Certain memories had faded. Certain details had disappeared. Certain faces had become distant. Yet memories connected to you remained vivid. Not because they were louder. Not because they were bigger. But because they carried meaning. And meaning has a way of lasting. That discovery surprised them. Because they realized something powerful. People may forget moments. But they rarely forget how someone made them feel. And whenever thoughts of you appeared, they were connected to feelings of warmth, comfort, inspiration, and genuine appreciation. That realization became impossible to ignore. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Then another thought arrived. A thought that completely changed the way they viewed your connection. They realized that whenever they imagined positive possibilities for the future, your presence naturally appeared somewhere in those thoughts. Not because they forced it. Not because they planned it. But because your presence had become associated with hope. Think about how extraordinary that is. Out of countless possibilities, your name continued appearing in thoughts connected to optimism and possibility. That is not something that happens every day. That is not something that happens with everyone. That realization made them stop and reflect. And the more they reflected, the stronger the feeling became. Don't skip. Because the next revelation is even bigger. There was a moment when they asked themselves a simple question. What makes this person different? The answer did not arrive immediately. But when it did, it changed everything. You are memorable because you are real. You are memorable because you are consistent. You are memorable because you carry qualities that become more valuable over time. In a world filled with temporary impressions, you created a lasting one. In a world filled with noise, you created meaning. In a world where many things are forgotten, you remained remembered. That realization completely transformed the way they viewed you. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. And now we arrive at the most surprising part. Your soulmate has started understanding that some people enter your life for a reason greater than a single moment. Some people arrive to teach. Some people arrive to inspire. Some people arrive to remind us of what truly matters. And when they think about your role in their story, they see someone who brought value simply by being themselves. That realization fills them with gratitude. Not because everything was perfect. Not because every moment was easy. But because meaningful connections are not measured by perfection. They are measured by impact. And your impact has been far greater than you realize. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As their understanding deepened, another surprising truth emerged. They stopped focusing on what was missing. They stopped focusing on what could have been different. Instead, they started appreciating what actually exists. The memories. The lessons. The conversations. The inspiration. The connection. And the more they focused on those things, the more valuable your presence became in their mind. This was the realization that changed everything. Not a dramatic event. Not a shocking announcement. A realization. A quiet but powerful understanding that your influence has reached deeper than they ever expected. And once they understood that truth, they could never look at you the same way again. Stay till the end. Because this final message matters. Your soulmate's thoughts about you might surprise you because they are no longer based on assumptions. They are based on appreciation. They are based on understanding. They are based on recognizing qualities that become more impressive with time. And every time your name enters their mind, that appreciation grows a little stronger. That is the once-in-a-lifetime revelation hidden throughout this entire journey. Not that someone simply thinks about you, but that someone sees value in you that you may not even recognize in yourself. And perhaps the most surprising part of all is this. The qualities that make you unforgettable are the same qualities you express naturally every day without even realizing it. So remember this. Some impressions fade. Some memories disappear. Some connections become distant. But the most meaningful ones continue growing in value with time. And in your soulmate's thoughts, that is exactly what has happened. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Because sometimes the biggest revelation is discovering that your greatest impact was happening quietly all along, long before you ever noticed it.